Hi, I'm Mary Klein, and I'm going to be teaching you how to paint an underwater scene at home for your Girl Scout reward experience. So in your kit, you should have two paintbrushes, paint, and a canvas. I'm going to show you the end goal. So this is what we're kind of going for. We're like standing on the seafloor, looking up, and we're going to go step by step on how to get here. One thing I want you to pay attention to is when we want things to look like they're surrounding us, we're doing these semicircle smile shapes. So you'll hear me say that through the video. And that is just an important part of this to get that surrounded by the ocean feel, okay? So feel free to pause at any time as I go through the steps, because I'm gonna just go through them. And if you feel like you need time with any step, just pause and take as long as you need. So first we're gonna start off with our big brush. We're gonna start off with a good layer of white. Don't be afraid to really get it on there. And we are gonna make our first smiley face from the top left corner to the top right, okay? And we're really gonna layer that on there. And we're gonna take it all the way to the very top edge of the canvas, okay? Now, you don't need a water cup because we're not gonna be washing our brushes out through this. You can wash them at the end. And that will help with blending, because blending is gonna be a very big part of this. So get yourself a good layer of white on top. Real smooth. So now we're gonna do another smiley face in light blue with our big brush underneath our white that we just laid down. Now, a big and important step of this is blending. And how do we do that? Well, we're gonna want to squish our paintbrush flat, and we're gonna wanna go back and forth in between those two colors that we just did. Now, we don't wanna go all the way to the top of the white because we wanna leave some of the white. But we wanna kind of go back and forth until we're good and blended out. A little streakiness is okay, like I got a little streakiness up here because we're underwater, and that will actually make it look a little more interesting, like ocean waves. So then we're gonna take more light blue. We're gonna go about halfway down the canvas, and we're gonna do another smiley face, okay? And then we're gonna fill all of that in the middle. We're gonna fill all of that in with light blue. But we wanna keep the smiley face motion going. So we wanna go left or right. And really make sure those brush strokes are showing our smiley face. And I'm just getting all the way to the corners, making sure that I'm going. I don't want to go back up into the white. I just want to stay on the edge of that light blue, okay? So now that we're good and covered, I need a little more down here at the bottom. Then we're going to do the same thing with our dark blue. We're going to dip dark blue on our big paintbrush. And we're gonna do another smiley face at the bottom there, okay? And we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna keep blending. Gonna keep blending that dark blue out, up into that light blue. Just going back and forth, keeping that shape, that smiley face shape. Now, if you feel like it's not blending enough, feel like you got too much of that dark blue, you can wipe your paintbrush off and add a little more light blue to make that line kind of seamlessly blend in. So now you have the option to choose between purple or green, up to you. If you're gonna do purple, you're gonna do that step again just with purple this time and blend it up. But if you're doing green, if you have green in your kit, you're just gonna go ahead and do another smiley face and blend it up. Or if you don't have green, we've got a little bit of blue. We're gonna tap some dark blue and a little bit of yellow, and we're gonna blend that. We're gonna make another smiley face at the bottom here. that up into our dark blue. And remember, some streaks are cool because it'll add some dimension. It'll be interesting in the background. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Now, we're gonna use our big paintbrush in a different way this time. We've been using it flat and we've been kind of putting pressure so it's like really bold. This time we're gonna use it straight up and down. If you're working on a table, your paintbrush is gonna kind of look like this, okay? And we want our bristles to be horizontal. So we want to use them straight side to side like this, okay? Now we're gonna add some water texture lines. So these horizontal lines that are swooping through it, that makes it look like the water's kind of moving around and it's active. So that's what we're gonna be adding right now. We're gonna start off with just a little bit of light blue. You don't need a lot, just a little bit on the edge of your paintbrush. And we are going to do 3 different kinds of lines, okay? We have our regular little smiley line, as I call it. We can do one with a little bit of wave to it. And we can do one where we tap. And through the combination of those 3, when we get all of them put down, it'll start to look like that water's moving around. So I'm just gonna add some here and there. Now we wanna do the light blue in the darkest part of our ocean, okay? We're gonna stay in that area with the light blue. Then when we get our light blue done, we're gonna do the same thing but with white in our light blue area. So I'm doing a regular, I'm doing a tap, I'm doing a wave. And this way it's just gonna make the water look like it's moving all around us. So you can add as many of those as you want or as little. It's up to you. So then we're gonna do the vertical lines. We're gonna do the lines that look like the light is shining from the very top of the outside, like the sky, all the way down to the deepest parts of the ocean. So we're gonna use our paintbrush in the same way. We're not putting a lot of pressure at all. We're just barely touching the canvas. And we're gonna start off with our light blue again. And I always like to start off with a center line straight down. And it's okay if you go into the white because we're gonna cover that up. And then I like to fan mine out. I like to do them at, and I'll do one more little surprise. I think I'm gonna add a jellyfish right here. So let's do a sideways oval. And this is kind of a big jellyfish. We're gonna make a little skirt off the bottom. And we're gonna fill all of that in with black. And then we're gonna make his cool little legs. We're gonna do little squigglies down. That's a little bonus animal there. So, like I said, if you need to rewind, pause, anything like that, and here we have our underwater scene. Thank you for letting me teach you how to paint it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.